Hello guys and good morning, welcome back to my channel. So today me and my friend Aria are going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I haven't done a 24-hour readathon since the beginning of January and I really wanted to do one every single month. I was like, why not, let's just do it. The only thing is I am filming on my phone as usual, so you probably won't see any of the FaceTimes with Aria in it, but obviously I'll keep you updated with what we get up to, what she's reading and stuff like that. So yeah, let me show you guys my TBR. I picked a bunch of books. I've got like a list of maybe 8 that I'm excited about right now and that are relatively shorter books, but there are 4 main ones that I'm actually just going to show you now because these are the main ones that I definitely want to get to. The other ones are kind of just like backup options. The first one is Galatea by Madeline Miller. Obviously this is the tiniest, it's really cute short story by Madeline Miller, and I think she wrote it a while ago. I'm not sure if it was ever made into a physical book before now, but yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. So obviously I got one of these and I believe this one is signed. It has a little signed book plate in it as well. I'm very lucky. I'm really excited to read this. I've been waiting to have like a day dedicated to reading to devour this basically. So this one says, in ancient Greece, a skilled marble sculptor has been blessed by a goddess who has given his masterpiece, the most beautiful woman the town has ever seen, the gift of life. Now his wife, he expects Galatea to please him, to be obedience and humility personified, but she has desires of her own and yearns for independence. In a desperate bid by her obsessive husband to keep her under control, she is locked away under the constant supervision of doctors and nurses, but with a daughter to rescue, Galatea is determined to break free whatever the cost. This sounds like it's going to be really interesting and I can't wait to read this. I might actually start by reading this today. I don't know what I'm gonna pick first, to be honest. I definitely need Aria's help to help me decide. The next book that I'm hoping to get to in this 24-hour period is Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Papernell. Obviously you guys all know, if you watch my channel, that I love Watering the Soul by the same poet. This is obviously like her more popular collection. It's definitely very popular modern poetry. This one is saying that it's a collection of poetry and prose about heartbreak, love and raw emotions. It's divided into sections to read when you feel you need them most. Make a cup of tea and let yourself feel. Honestly, that sounds absolutely lovely for today, and I love that Courtney Papernell's poetry is divided into sections. Oh my god, yes. So I might not read all of it today. I might just read from the sections that I need to read from. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'll annotate all of it and I will obviously show you guys which ones that I really love. The next book is a little bit of a rogue one. I only just got it very recently, and that is Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Core. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous, ridiculously gorgeous cover, and really creepy, obviously, as you can tell, very creepy. I think this is inspired by like Japanese folklore. It's a horror obviously, and I believe it's about this like bridal party or something like that go to stay at this traditional Japanese house or mansion, and the house is definitely haunted and I think it wants to like swallow them up or something. It just sounded so interesting, so intriguing. My colleague actually was going to be giving this to charity. She had like a bunch of books that she was giving away and just asked me first if I wanted any of them, and this one has been something that I've had my eye on for a very long time but just haven't seen in the bookshop and like got it. So obviously I jumped on the chance to take this one off her hands, and yeah, very excited. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it, but again, it's really short, so it's perfect for a 24-hour readathon. I'd love to just dive into this today and see what I think. And the last one I want to get around to during this video is Gallant by V.E. Schwab, and obviously this has been talked about so much lately. Again, this is such a beautiful book and it is smaller as well, like it's not your average size hardcover. Yeah, it's only around 300 pages and a lot of that has illustrations and like weird formats. So yeah, definitely very excited to get to this one. This one's a signed one as well. I pre-ordered this like ages ago. Today's theme is like beautiful books, to be honest. This, when I saw it, gives me major like The Death of Jane Lawrence vibes by Caitlin Starling, which is a book that I read last year. Honestly, with this one, this is one of the ones that I don't want to know too much about when I go into it. I don't know, like some books just give me that vibe. I just feel like I want to be surprised, especially when it's by an author that I've already read and I trust V.E. Schwab. So yeah, I guess we'll both find out together. So that is my TBR for today and tomorrow morning. It is currently 11 a.m. We're actually supposed to start at 11, but I'm gonna be running a little bit late because of this intro. I am so excited by this TBR. I think this is one of the strongest 24-hour readathon TBRs I've had since I started my channel. So yeah, let's hope that these live up to the hype in my mind. As always, I'm going to go downstairs. I still need to eat breakfast actually. I've been like putting off eating. I can't really eat first thing in the morning, so I need to make myself some breakfast and start one of these. Obviously I will in the meantime let you guys know exactly which one I'm going to be starting with. Okay, I've just come downstairs. I'm looking at the books and I think I'm gonna save Nothing But Blackened Teeth for later because it's like a true horror. Gallant might be the one that I start with just because it's the longest one, so if I need a break in between it, I can like pick up the shorter reads, especially the poetry, and just see how it goes and get the vibe. Like if I'm not into the first chapter, then I'll just go straight on to something else because I don't want to waste my time reading something that I'm not in the mood for. So yes, I think I've decided I'm going to start with Gallant. I hope that's a good idea. Okay, so I obviously just made my breakfast. I've got avocado on toast with poached egg and like chili flakes and stuff. And I'm about to start Gallant. It is now officially 11:30, so that's the time I'm going to be starting this readathon and ending tomorrow. So yeah, wish me luck. This is so good already. This writing is so good. So the only other VE Schwab that I've read was Vicious, and I'm already enjoying this way more. Like I just love the writing, and obviously I think she wrote Vicious like ages ago, and this is like her latest book, so no surprises there, but this is really, really good. Really good. I'm fully hooked already, like ready to dive in. Really glad that I chose this today. Hello guys, so just a little update. It's been about an hour. I'm reading quite slowly actually, so I'm only on page 34 of Gallant, but I am really, really enjoying it. I just went on V.E. Schwab's Instagram page and the first post that she has up is about her book and like the release in the UK and stuff like that, and she said that she wrote it to be read like pretty much all in one sitting. She was basically saying it was written to be consumed quickly, and honestly it's just solidified the fact that like I'm so glad that I chose it for this readathon. And yeah, I'm definitely going to easily finish this one today. I say that now, but who knows. That's the hope anyway. I'm going to make myself a drink now because I really need some fuel to get me through. And then also the sun is shining and it's so lovely today compared to yesterday. Yesterday was horrendous. It was like cloudy all day, and honestly the sun makes me so happy. Like I really, really need it in my life, so I'm so glad that spring is here. I need to go to the shop anyway, so I'm definitely going to be venturing out of the flat today and going on a walk, like taking myself on a little walk maybe through the park. I've also forgot to mention that I'm listening to Dracula on audiobook at the moment, so if there is a moment where I'm busy doing other things like cooking, cleaning, or like going out, then I'm gonna just pop in my earphones and listen to Dracula because I'm really enjoying that, and I've only got like a couple of hours left. Yeah, so I think I'll do that later before it gets dark. Obviously I do really want to enjoy the sunshine, but yeah, for now I'm going to pop a wash on. Actually I still need to like do some domestic stuff and then I'll get back to reading. Hi guys, I just reached a chapter break. I'm now on chapter 8 or just about to start it, which is page 70. So I'm making okay progress. It's just after 2 o'clock and I've literally just been like chilling on India's live sprints. Me and Aria haven't FaceTimed yet because she's going to finish her audiobook first, and then we're going to FaceTime later on, and hopefully with the other girls, which would be really nice. But anyway, back to Gallant. I didn't know what I was expecting from this. Like obviously I knew it was going to be for me because of the vibe, the fact that it's like a horror kind of fantasy gothic tale, and it's definitely delivered for me. Just before I started reading it, India said that she's known some people that didn't really like it that much and gave it like 2 stars, and I was just like, is there a way that I'm not gonna like this? Like I got a bit like nervous, but then I started it straight away and I absolutely love it, and it doesn't even matter where the story goes for me. I'm just really enjoying V. Schwab's writing with this one. Now that I've like got into the story, I can tell you a little bit of what it's about. This girl called Olivia, she's 16. She goes to this kind of boarding school for independent girls, whatever that means, and she has no family. It's basically like an orphanage kind of, but they're like teaching them how to be young ladies and like go into society and stuff, and like teach them like how to work I don't know. But yeah, it's a really horrid place. Olivia can't actually speak, so she can communicate through sign language, but nobody actually has taken the time to learn it or communicate with her properly. And yeah, they all pretty much like hate her and like ostracize her. And yeah, it's just really horrible, like isolating experience. And that's like been her whole childhood. I think she got to the orphanage or the school when she was like 2 years old, and she doesn't know who her parents are. The only thing that she has from time before the place that she's in is her mother's diary. The diary basically captures her mother's descent into madness, or at least that's what Olivia kind of assumes the ramblings that are in the diary represent. There are also loads of like pictures and like really odd paintings, and yeah, they're really disturbing, and a lot of the messages in the diary is disturbing. And essentially the main message at the end of the diary is directly to Olivia to never go to Gallant, and that way she'll be safe. We find out that Gallant is a house where her uncle lives, and she basically receives a letter saying that he wants to welcome her home and she should like come straight away. So she ends up being able to leave this orphanage, which is really exciting for her. But then obviously it's like a major conflict because her mother is telling her not to go to Gallant because it's an unsafe place, but her heart is telling her that she has to go and like find her family because that's what she's been missing her whole life. And obviously it's not really a choice in the end because the people running the orphanage don't really give her a choice. They send her packing. They're just horrible people, and she ends up at this stately home. And that's kind of where I've got to at this point. There's a little bit of mystery concerning her uncle, and yeah, there's a lot to do with like doors and keys, and honestly it's super intriguing. I haven't read a book like this in quite a while and I'm just loving it so much. Like I haven't read a lot of books recently that have an element of fantasy to them, so yeah, I'm really just enjoying like the magic that is this book. So I think there's like 10 minutes left of India's live sprint, so I'm just gonna read hopefully another chapter of this one. Okay, I'm gonna go out now. I'm gonna go to the shop. I need to get like bread and oat milk and like all the basics basically, but I'm probably gonna treat myself to something nice for later today. I've just got my jeans on, my blazer. It's kind of in betweeny weather, like it looks really warm out there, so I don't want to put on like my giant coat, but at the same time I know it's gonna probably be a bit breezy and colder than it looks. So yeah, if anything I can just like wrap this around myself. Let's go. Hello guys, I'm back from the shops. That was like a really quick, lovely walk. I went through the park, which was really nice. I wish I could show you guys more of like my local area, but for obvious reasons, I don't want to put too much of it on camera. I should have brought my book because there was a really nice bench in the park, and I forgot that when it's nicer weather like this, I can actually go outside and read now, but it's fine. I think as you can see, like my eyes get like really teary when I go out in like the bright weather, or if it's like at all windy, like my eyes start streaming. Okay, I'm gonna hang up my laundry now because it should be done, and then I'm gonna make myself something to eat and carry on reading Gallant because I could not get that book off my mind while I was walking. Oh my god, it's so much later now. It's like 7:30 and I'm just about to start FaceTiming the girls, but I thought I'd check in because I'm filming on my phone and obviously I can't like FaceTime and vlog. So yeah, I thought I would update you guys with my thoughts and like where I'm at with my reading. So I'm still reading Gallant and I'm now on page 175, which is nearly 2/3 of the way through the book. So yeah, definitely made some really good progress since I last spoke to you guys. It is a very quick read, but over the last like few hours I've been getting super tired, and I also like made some food and stuff, so it's definitely been like slowing me down. My boyfriend got home and he had to put the TV on and it was like really distracting, so I tried to like put music in my ears, but then that was also distracting. But yeah, hopefully the girls can get me back on track. And to be honest with you, even though I'm enjoying this so much, I might just take a break from it and pick up some poetry or something else just for a little break, just for a little breather, like a bit of a palate cleanser. I'm just about to have some tea as well and some soup. So yeah, honestly I feel like I really need some coffee right now. That's like how tired I feel. And it's only 7:30 and I was like hoping to like stay up really late tonight. Who knows if that's gonna happen. But anyway, I'm gonna go now, hopefully FaceTime the girlies, and then I will be back with some more updates hopefully. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm getting a bit delirious. I just had an iced coffee. I was speaking on the phone with Aria and Kay. I first spoke on the phone with Kay. She was studying, so she had to go. But then Aria came on and we spoke for like an hour or something. I don't even know. We basically decided what Aria was gonna read, and the book that she picked sounded really interesting. I can't remember the title, but I'm gonna put the picture of the book cover on the screen. And she said that it sounds like Sally Rooney. It's like Conversations with Friends, and it's about two women who like go to New York, or they live in New York and they're broke, but they live this like really like high-end lifestyle and get invited to all these parties and stuff. I don't know, it sounded really interesting. I'm gonna put that book on my TBR now and check it out next time I want to treat myself, see where sells it, if Waterstones has it and that kind of stuff, of course. But yeah, I've decided that I'm going to definitely pause Gallant for now. I didn't do any reading on FaceTime, by the way. We're gonna FaceTime in a little bit, but me and Aria thought it would be a good idea to like stop talking and like read and then come back and talk again. But I definitely want to read Galatea in the morning with a cup of tea. I think that's gonna be such a vibe. So I'm saving this one as well. So I'm gonna put that in that pile. And then that just leaves these two other ones, Nothing But Blackened Teeth and Pillow Thoughts. And me and Aria decided that I should, I think, start with some Pillow Thought poems. I'm gonna grab my annotation pencil case now and I'll come back. Okay, hello, this lighting is horrendous, but it's gonna have to do. So I'm just sitting at my little dining table. So here's the book that I'm gonna read now. Here's the table of contents. Oh, it's called the Table of Thoughts. See, I love her mind. So these are the sections. If you're dreaming of someone, if you're in love, if you're heartbroken, if you are lonely, if you are sad, if you're missing someone, if you need encouragement, if you're soul searching, if you need a reason to stay, these are for you. How lovely. So basically the way that Courtney Pappanel suggests that you read this collection is to pick the section that you need most in your life at this current time. I like the idea of reading that if you're in love or if you're dreaming of someone, like that sounds really sweet. And then also the two sections towards the end if you need encouragement or if you are soul searching, because I feel like I always need some of that, you know. But anyway, here is the first little poem before you get into the Table of Thoughts. Before we begin, I'd like to share a story. Once upon a time there was a jellyfish. We'll call it you. You became lost sometimes. You could be a little unsure. You tried very hard, but sometimes it didn't feel like enough. I hate to spoil the ending, but you is fine. You is still here. You is going to make it. Bro. Get the tabs out. Okay, I'm gonna dive straight in. I think I'm gonna go with the first section to begin with, that if you're dreaming of someone, just to like start it off at the beginning, and then I think I'll go from there and like see how I feel. If you're dreaming of someone. Hey guys, just to update you, I finished reading as much of Pillow Thoughts as I wanted to. This was better than I thought it would be, considering it's like one of Courtney Pappanel's first collections, if not her first one. I'm not entirely sure. Watering the Soul is more my kind of like theme that I like in poetry, where it's like focusing on like yourself and self-development, but not necessarily on specific struggles. Whereas this one's definitely like if you're going through heartbreak, which I can't really relate to at this point in my life. So yeah, it's just not really for me, like some of the sections in this. But that was okay, because the sections that I have read, I've really enjoyed. There were so many parts in each section that reminded me of my relationship and also my friendships. And yeah, just honestly reading poetry, or like reading Courtney Peppernell's poetry in particular, makes me just appreciate things a lot and appreciate life and the people in my life, and yeah, and like also myself, I guess. Oh yeah, this is something that I have really tried to adopt recently in my mentality. So here's a little line from one of her poems. Of all the important things you must do today, there is none greater than showing kindness to your heart. And honestly, every time one of my friends is feeling a certain way, like feeling down, my best piece of advice to them is to be kind to themselves. I just love the way that Courtney Peppernell actually just puts things, because it makes it easier for me to like understand the way I feel, and sometimes understand the way other people feel as well. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this clip with this poem because this made me like really happy and just like feel good and peaceful and content about myself. You're still here, you know. Under all the messy things, under the stress, the anxiety, the sadness, you're still you. Come up for air. There are bright skies up here. You have to pull yourself up. I know you feel like you can't, but you can. I believe in you more than you know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that dramatic reading. I'm now going to go back to Gallant, I think, because I'm now on part 4, which is Beyond the Wall. Oh my god, very exciting. I might put on a little ambient room or like a fireplace or something, and just get cozy and hopefully get through a lot of this, maybe finish it, and I'll let you guys know before I go to sleep. Hey friends, I just reached exactly page 200, so not long to go now, around 100 pages, maybe like a tiny bit more than that. I've decided, as it's 1 a.m. and I'm super tired, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting older, and there is absolutely no way I can do the 24-hour readathons without sleeping, especially by myself. Like, if somebody was with me, then I'd be able to stay motivated. That's not happening when I'm by myself. No. Hey guys, it's the next day and it's actually the afternoon. I did end up finishing Gallant this morning, so I didn't wake up too early. I think it was like just before 9. I overslept. I didn't set an alarm or anything. I ended up waking up at like 8:45 or something, and I managed to finish this before the readathon ended, which was really good. It was absolutely the best decision to pick this one up for the 24-hour readathon and start it first, because obviously, like I said, I'm a slow reader and this isn't a very long book, but to be honest with you, I should have known that it would take me most of the time to read, especially because when I do 24-hour readathons, they're like very relaxed and I'm not like constantly reading. I'm definitely like doing things in between. So yeah, I am so glad that I read this. It's one of the best things that I've read in a little while. Definitely one of my favorites of the year so far. And I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars, and I can't remember the last time I gave a book 5 stars. Yeah, I literally just can't remember. I think it was January. Yeah, I think it was January. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm very happy. The writing style was absolutely gorgeous. So I've only ever read Vicious by V. Schwab. That was definitely very different. That was like sci-fi, Marvel vibes, and this was just completely different from that. It was beautiful and gothic, and I think this is kind of the sort of writing that's in Adia. I haven't read that book yet, and now I'm kind of more excited to. I'm kind of nervous because I don't think it will live up to this one because I just personally love this story so much, but I am definitely very excited to read more of V. Schwab's books, starting with Addie LaRue, but definitely I want to finish the Vicious duology and read Vengeful as well, which I do actually have. I've just been putting it off for the longest time. But yeah, this definitely is going to stay with me for a while. I was talking to India about it like the whole time I was reading like the second half of the book. We both agreed that the ending was just perfect. The ending was like a perfect way to wrap it up. I wouldn't say that it was like the most conclusive thing ever. It wasn't like this is what happened and then this is how like the rest of the time went and stuff like that. There was an epilogue. There weren't like many answers or anything like that, but it was such a beautiful ending. I think it was absolutely perfect. Yes, there were sad things that happened. I mean, just because you don't like something that happens towards the end doesn't mean that like it's less of a good book. Like this was absolutely brilliant, and it definitely gave me the feeling that I get when I watch Coraline the movie. That kind of story, it was kind of similar in that there were doors to kind of alternate worlds that like mirrored their own worlds. It was like a gothic version of Coraline and for like a bit of an older audience. So yeah, it was absolutely perfection to me. And it was definitely best consumed quickly. Like, I'm so glad I read this in the space of 24 hours. And I think, honestly, that's the way I'd recommend you to read it. So I hope this is the push you need to actually pick it up if you've already got it, but you haven't started it yet, because honestly, you will not regret it. It is so lovely. And I love the characters so much. Like, the main character, Olivia, was one of my favorite main characters in a book. I adore her. And yeah, wow. I could literally read this again. I could read this again so soon, and I probably will, to be honest, because there are so many beautiful quotes in this. I didn't tab it because that's the problem with sprayed edges. I don't really want to ruin the sprayed edges or anything, but definitely if I went back and read it again, I would probably at least annotate and underline it so that I could like flick through and look at my favorite quotes, because I'm so sad that I didn't write any of them down. Like, that was such a big mistake. So obviously the other book that I kind of semi-read was Pillow Thoughts by Courtney Papernell. And obviously I didn't finish the whole thing, so I can't give you like a star rating or anything, but from what I did read, I was absolutely loving it. I'll probably make my way through it slowly in the next like few weeks or months. I'm not really sure how long it will take me. Hi, sorry, my phone cut out. I don't know what's going on with my phone at the moment. There's probably like no storage on it. As I was saying, this one is a lovely read, and I'm definitely going to carry on in the Pillow Thoughts collection once I've read this one. There's also a new one coming up by Courtney Papernell in August, so that's really exciting, and I think that one looks kind of similar to Watering the Soul, so obviously you know I'm excited about that already. So unfortunately I didn't get around to reading Galatea this morning like I said that I wanted to. I did take it to the park with me, but me and my boyfriend ended up just like chilling and talking together, so I didn't actually read at all. I still might read it this afternoon, but I don't think I'm going to include it in this vlog because obviously the 24 hours has passed, that ship has sailed. I'll either read it today and share my thoughts in a wrap up, or I'll read it within another vlog and let you guys know. And obviously I didn't read Nothing But Blackened Teeth. I think I realized in the evening when I'd only gotten through like half of Gallant that this wasn't going to happen, because it's like another kind of longer text, and I know my limitations and I know my reading speed, so yeah, I just thought that that probably wouldn't happen. And also I was way too into Gallant to like want to pick up another actual book, so yeah, this one I will save for another time as well. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, I think that's everything from me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to start editing this straight away because I really want to get up some more videos for you guys like ASAP. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be seeing this very, very soon. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed spending this 24 hours with me, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.